Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. I have to make sure I get the date right. And I am coming to you from the beautiful state of Michigan, where it's 55 degrees today, which is weird for March, but oh well. And in case you haven't heard, this week, the 2025 Vegan Health Bundle is for sale, and I am a part of the bundle. Now, this bundle is an incredible deal, but you only have till March 10th to purchase the bundle. Has over 80 different contributions, and it's worth over $5,500 worth of merchandise, and it's yours for only $49. Now, one of the best things about being a part of the bundle is I get to interview very, very interesting, wonderful people that also have contributions in the bundle, such as my guest today. And this is Janet. And I'm not even going to try and pronounce your middle name. She has in the bundle Plant-Powered Traveling, a challenge to you. And she is a bicycle enthusiast. I heard her interviewed on Chef AJ and Jennifer Diamond's channel, and I was just blown away. This woman has incredible stamina. She rides her bicycle and goes traveling. And to top it off, she maintains her vegan whole food lifestyle, which I love. And I personally love to travel, but I travel in my truck. So the stamina that this woman has to be amazing. So Janet, go ahead and give us more of an introduction, what we need to know about you, and like how long have you been doing this? When did you switch over to vegan whole foods? Welcome.
Thank you. I started in March of 2020, just as COVID was hitting. We were on a tour in Arizona, and we were with a group that we often tour with. And one of the couples had gone whole food plant-based. And so they had called ahead and arranged for their food to be that. And we kind of rolled our eyes and said, oh my gosh, what are they up to now? And we watched what they were eating, and it looked really good. He had the DVD, Eating You Alive, and he said, watch this DVD. We didn't do it that trip, but the next trip, we were in Eastern Oregon, still same group. We were touring in Eastern Oregon, and we said, we better watch Charlie's DVD. I don't think Charlie was there, though. This is the guy that gave us the video. And when we watched that, we all went vegan. We couldn't eat animals after that. Now, some of them have slipped back a little bit, and they're doing their own thing. But I have been whole food ever since, and I just love eating this way. 50 pounds melted off me. I had lost 40 over the years just doing things like I stopped dieting, so then I stopped binging and got off the obvious processed foods like potato chips, snacking stuff. But I was still eating meat and oil and dairy until that DVD, and I got off everything. When we got back home, I listened to Dr. Greger, How Not to Die, and that was it with the oil. And I've never looked back. I just love it. I found Chef AJ and got into the Feel Fabulous Over 40 group, and did that and do that. But right now, then I found Lissa, and I just love Lissa. I've got 6 wraps to take. I'm going to Death Valley on Saturday for a bike tour. And so I've got 6 wraps. I've got 8 of her tortillas in the dehydrator, dehydrating right now. I've got Kathy Hester's pizza sauce. I made it raw, and I'm dehydrating that. I'm going to see if I can, figure out a way to do that. I'm going to hike the northwest or the southwest coastal path in the UK in May. And so, yeah, it's going to be for 35 days. I'll be gone.
Wow.
And so I want to have food backup. So I'm going to see about doing some raw food, dehydrating, putting it in my suitcase and bringing it with me. So that's the project I'm thinking about. But the first thing is we're driving down to Death Valley on Saturday, and we're going to be riding into the national park for several days to where we call it a hub and spoke. We'll stay in an Airbnb in Pahrump, Nevada, and then we'll drive to the park with our bicycles. Then we'll get on our bikes and do different routes in the park. because we were going to go to Santa Rosa, and the weather in Santa Rosa is the same as it is here, which we're trying to get away from for a week. And so we thought, okay, we got to go further south so we can get where there's decent warm weather. We want to be warm. So Death Valley is more in the 60s and 70s now. So that's where we decided to go. It means more driving. So we're going to have 12 hours of driving Saturday and Sunday. So, but I know what to take with me. You know, I'll have my sugar snap peas and carrots and fennel and jicama and fruit, fresh fruit, and it's just plenty of food on the way down. And then I've got my wraps and my tortillas, and I've got a dressing that I'm going to take. It's nice when I can take the van because then I can take more things
Yes.
like my Vitamix and my meat bullet. When I'm fully loaded, the only thing I carry is a cutting board, a nice knife, and I protect the knife with a sleeve, and a peeler, a grater, a spiralizer, and a juicer. So I and they're little, but they do the job, and I can make just about anything from the grocery store that I want. I just go to the produce and I find my dinner. I take it back to the room and I put it together. My husband, he still eats cooked food, so he carries a rice cooker and
Mm.
a collapsible hot pot. He can do noodles in the hot pot, and then in the rice cooker, I make him the soup that he loves that he makes now. He does all his own cooking, and he's really good at it. But I started him on this vegetable base, and I would go to the store. I'd get a couple of mushrooms, some onion, some garlic, zucchini, carrot, real common stuff, and just put it all in the soup. Add some no salt seasoning, and cook it in the rice cooker. It's like a zero point 0.6 liter rice cooker, and set it on congee, and it just makes this wonderful umami flavored soup. And when I ate cook too, we would both share that, and it made plenty for the two of us. And then we might have an ear of corn. Now I use my corn raw. He puts his in the microwave. We figure it out. It's great fun. So he's not traveling now. He's now 78, and he's getting a little bit. He wants to be home and work on projects. So uh, he says, "You go ahead, go. I'm gonna stick around home." Okay. So that's why I'm doing the Death Valley trip with a small group of us. 6 of us are going to stay in the Airbnb all together, and then I'm with another bicycling friend. We're going to hike that Southwest Coastal Path in May, and then we've got tours in July, a couple of them, and a tour in August and September and October. So and we put them on, so we lead them and we coordinate them, and I'm the ride coordinator of our local bicycle club. So I I not only lead my own, but I help others
Yeah.
to come up with the routes, and there's some planning to go on,
Oh,
and
absolutely.
yeah. So I'm
Where do you live?
I live in the Pacific Northwest, a little town called Paulsboro, Washington.
Okay.
Where are you in Michigan?
I am south east Michigan. I'm outside of Detroit, but I'm like 40 minutes from Detroit. So I'm not, I do live in the city, Westland, but it's not the city. But I am such an outdoors girly person. My favorite place to go is the Upper Peninsula of
We
Michigan.
bicycled that.
I was going to ask you. Oh my God. My favorite place. I go there whenever I can. I've been going there ever since I was a baby in my
hmm
mom's arms. I
hmm
had grandparents that owned property up there, and then, so very tied to the Upper Peninsula. And I drive, like you said, I mean, I drive 6 hours. I can get to Tequamaneck Falls, but I
hmm
like to go to the Keweenaw Peninsula, which takes about 10 hours. I've camped all through there. I stay in little cabins. So I'm so excited. Where did you bicycle up there?
We were kind of disappointed because on a bicycle, it is not that great. It
Oh,
wasn't in 1990
oh,
because
90?
traffic was on the road that went through that we knew of. And so it was a lot of traffic, and trying to think of, we left here in June, so we were probably in July at the Upper Peninsula. So I mean, it was okay, but we just thought there'd be nobody up there, that it was still sort of a wild place, and um, it, it was very trafficking. We loved discovering the pasties. Is
The
that the way you say
pasties.
the pasties?
Pasties, yeah.
And I wasn't vegan in 1990, so we just ate whatever was they were filled with. And they're how would you describe them, Val?
So that, yeah. So Bernadette has put in the comments, Janet is inspiring. Thank you, Bernadette, for that comment. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So my mother is actually, her heritage is from England, and pasties are traditionally from England. And as my mother says, a pasty has to have rutabaga. It can't, if it doesn't have rutabaga, it's not a pasty.
Oh.
So a few years ago, a lot of my students here in Michigan, they know how much I love the Upper Peninsula, and I have one student whose family's up there, so we talk about it a lot. So I did make a vegan pasty, and it had rutabaga, lots and lots of onions, and white sweet potato.
Mhm.
However, it does have oil because
Oh.
I to make the crust. When I looked up the original recipe, because what I do is I take traditional recipes and convert them. The
Mhm.
original recipe for pasties, in the crust, it had lard,
Mhm.
butter, and oil. It had three, like three. So I did create one a few years back, and the filling is absolutely to die for. My mom said that it reminded her of the pasties her grandmother used to make. So I
Oh,
knew I had gotten the flavors correct
you
when I came
nailed it.
up with that. But it's a
Yeah.
handheld food,
Yeah.
and the miners used to take it when they would go underground mining. That was their lunch they would take with it because, they used to have meat and vegetables, but always rutabaga, and that was their meal. That's what a
Mhm.
pasty is. Yes. Yeah. And it's
Th-
so the Upper Peninsula, there are not very many people there, but I know what you're talking about, the traffic. But since 1990,
Mhm.
I have seen a lot of construction of bike paths up there. They
Mm.
have improved that because I'm always noticing more and more people on their bikes with packs.
Mhm.
And there's this one bike trail that goes through Michigami, Ishpeming area where the Huron Mountains are. Oh my God,
Mm.
it's so beautiful there. So before you would have been biking on the road. Now they've got a bike trail through that beautiful terrain there.
That's
Yeah.
great. Good.
Yeah. So
Wonderful.
what is your favorite place, maybe the most beautiful place, whatever, that you've gone biking through?
Oh, that's easy. Wherever I am at the moment.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah. The country here and internationally, it's just amazing everywhere we go. The people are amazing. I usually, well, now I take everybody along on Instagram to share because it's just such an amazing thing to do, to be out there. And we bicycled the Camino, the Way of St. James. There's a bicycle route. That's the pilgrimage, and from St. Jean Pied de Port to Santiago Compostela in Spain.
In Spain? Wow.
Yeah, the pilgrimage. Have you not heard of that?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a very popular walk, especially since Martin Sheen did the movie. I think it's called The Way, and
I've heard of the movie, haven't seen it, but
oh,
heard of it.
definitely worth a watch. Yeah. And what happened is once everybody saw that movie, they get about 500 a day from the west that start the walk in summer. So the
Mm.
time to do it is the shoulder seasons because it's just crazy. I mean, before the movie, you could go there, you could do the walk, and you could get a place to stay at night. But now it's not so guaranteed because there's lots of places that are set up just for the pilgrims to stay at. But and then this Southwest Coastal Path that I'm going to walk, there's a movie coming out on that in April.
Oh,
So we're glad we're going to go ahead and do it in May before everybody signs up to do it.
yeah. So
But
you lost a lot of weight, and
yeah,
so I
90
was
pounds.
wondering, how do you feel different when you used to bicycle with all that weight, eating the average American diet or whatever, and now you bicycle much slimmer and
Yeah.
you're eating such good healthy food? What can you explain, like what the feeling difference is?
No comparison. I mean, I was so frustrated because I've always been an active physical person. I'm a retired physical therapist. And physical therapists, as a rule, are really slender and fit. And I just couldn't get the weight off, or I could get them off and I couldn't keep it off because I didn't understand calorie density. I didn't know the pleasure trap. And I was trapped. I kept trying to eat like a normal person. Big mistake. And I mean, I knew I had a problem with food, but I kept thinking it was me that couldn't get it right because there was something wrong with me. And then come to find out, we're all the same. And of course, now everybody else is fat and I'm skinny. I go to the doctor's office and all the workers, the doctor, everybody, I'm like, you're going to tell me something to do? I mean, look at you. Get your life in order. Not that I say that, but I'm
You
thinking it.
thinking it,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. I do tell my doctor, when are you going to go plant-based? Come on. She just doesn't look good. Nobody looks good on processed food.
Now,
Now
how
it's obvious. When you know, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So, one of the best benefits, and I've been living this lifestyle for over 30 years,
Wow.
I have so much energy. I have more energy than anybody I know.
Yeah.
Even friends of mine who are younger, I'm like, let's go ice skating, let's go hiking. And my friends do, but a lot of them, they have this pain or they're tired or
Yeah.
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, energy wise, how did you see your energy improve from your change?
Well, especially going raw. I'm up every morning at 5 and I just go, go, go all day long. This morning I've walked 5 miles already because I'm getting ready for this walk. And I've made I've done my workout. I work out every other day with weights and with my body weight. Um, I've got Kathy's pizza sauce made and in the dehydrator. I got those tortillas in the dehydrator from Lissa. These are all bundle recipes because this week I'm just going into the bundle and getting recipes. And you were talking about modifying to be plant-based, and what I do is I skip plant-based stuff and make it raw. So
Yeah.
like Jennifer has her oat balls in her cookbook, and I made them raw. Instead of baking them, I dehydrate them, and I use sprouted oats, which are raw. And it's fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
And I also have been picking recipes that I can just make with a knife and a cutting board, just to show how
Hmm.
simple it is
Hmm.
for me, who eats raw and is out on a bicycle and has no access to machinery, um, that I can still make things and I can still make recipes. And I made Nicole's fennel apple salad.
Yes. Okay.
And
You mentioned that. You said
yeah,
fennel apple. I
yeah,
think you're on Chef AJ. I commented, oh my God, that sounds delicious. Whose book is that? Because I got to look for it.
that's in Nicole's Recipes for Recovery.
Oh,
Nicole
yeah.
Kogelman.
I did look at her book because that's a book. Let's tell everybody it's really cool. She's
Yeah,
talking about how to recover after being in the hospital, but I didn't necessarily really look at her recipes. I will definitely because I adore fennel. I love
yeah,
fennel.
me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, and at Trader Joe's here, I can get two big bulbs for $2.99.
that's a good price.
Yeah, I mean even at Sprouts, it's $4 just for one, not very big one. So I always stop at Trader Joe's even if that's the only thing I want, and I'll
There's
get
a
those
there's
fennel.
a soup recipe in my new sea vegetable cookbook that has
Mm,
fennel in it. You're raw, but your husband is cooked, so he can
yeah.
take a look at that.
I
Yeah.
was looking at your book and looking at all the different things that you do with basil and nettles and mustard seeds and plums and just amazing. So you learned that with all your you've been to several experiences like macrobiotics, and you
Yeah.
want to talk
So
about this?
Yeah, so Janet's talking about not only do I have a new cookbook in the bundle, I have Healing with Foods, which is 3 videos and it has a booklet companion recipe and it's
Mhm.
poultices, healing teas, and specialty items. And yes, I have been literally like actively studying, since I turned macro 30 years ago. And food has healing properties, and so many people don't realize that. So usually if something happens to me, I will reach for a food first because, like you mentioned, basil, anti-inflammatory, antiviral properties. Dead nettles I pick out of my backyard and I dry them.
Mm-hmm.
And dead nettles is really good. My dad swears that that was the thing that brought his high blood pressure down. I've been working with my dad for many years, and
Mm-hmm.
my greatest success story was about 20 years ago. My dad did have prostate cancer.
Oh,
And I said to mom and dad, "Do you want me to help you?" And so my dad switched over. He went strict macro vegan. And his doctor said, "Well, you can do that, but that's not going to make any difference."
of course.
And my dad had no medical intervention, but through vegan, whole foods, macrobiotic principles, changing his diet, he healed himself from prostate cancer. But, people sometimes sway. So
Yeah.
he eats very wide now. And he's had other health issues that I've really helped him with. But his stupid high blood pressure has been my biggest challenge.
Mm.
And I've done lots and lots of things with him. But he swears that when he started drinking the dead nettles tea, it helps to bring his blood pressure down and helps to stabilize it. So absolutely. Yeah, I've just been learning and experimenting and reading so many books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Does your dad eat salt?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll keep it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've been mentioning a few things that are in the bundle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share screen and show people what the vegan health bundle looks like because we've been talking all about it. Look, it's $49. I mean, you can't beat that. There's over $5,500 worth of merchandise, but it's only available from March 1st through the 10th. And so this is the bundle here. There's some questions that I really like this, that the questions are answered here for people, because some people, the first year, this is my third year doing the bundle. The first year I was kind of confused too, like, bundle, what's that? It's a collection of ebooks, videos, and it's put together in a package that's like on your computer or your smartphone. It's digital, but then you can download it. I have my stuff on a flash drive, so it will be mine for like forever. I saved it on a flash drive. So that's
And you get 10 downloads if you get rid of a device and you forget to grab that. You can go back to the link and get it and download it again. So
absolutely.
you can put it on your tablet, on your phone, on your computer, and that way you have access. Like for me, when I'm traveling, I might just have my phone and I can still access the recipes. And there's meditation, and what else is there? There's
this is a conference that Chef AJ did in 2024. It's 5 videos.
I went to that conference.
You went to the conference. Oh, fantastic.
That was
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And there's a tribute to Dr. McDougall here with, I think it's 15 of his, 18 hours, over 18 hours of his lectures. Yeah.
And it's going to be a conference in Vegas for him, just
nice.
A plant-powered party, and Chef AJ is going to host it in September.
And then there's exercises. There's yin yoga. This is Angelica. I love yoga.
Do that. Yeah.
I love yoga. So this one's very calm, very like calming poses and deep breathing. It was very, very nice. I haven't done the whole thing yet. She's got a series but I started it.
So you put this all together. This is very cool.
No, I didn't put this. This is the website where people buy the bundle from. Really?
They have all this just laid out just like this?
Oh, you haven't clicked on the link yet?
Yeah. But I mean, is it it must be a special link or something?
Yeah, the link to purchase the bundle is in the description of this video, and it's also on social media. Janet and myself are sharing it on Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. When you click on that link, it takes you here to this place with a vegan health bundle.
Well, maybe I haven't clicked on that because this is the first time seeing this.
Yeah. So
what a great way to view it all.
Yeah.
Browse. Yeah.
So Janet, you're really good friends with Jennifer Diamond.
She's my bud. Yeah.
Yeah. So she told me about this. I didn't even, there's so many things in the bundle you don't know until you talk to other people. Weight management and family health coloring book. So I
Is it?
clicked on it. It
Mhm.
is such an innovative way. It's literally like the ABCs of healthy whole foods, but it's also a coloring book. It's a really good item. It's,
Yeah, Alana is a genius.
you know, do you know her?
No, I just am learning, and I watched her and Jennifer, and I am definitely going to color that coloring book. That is so
Yeah.
cool.
And you mentioned Kathy Hester's plant-based pizza. Here's her cooking classes. Wonderful.
Yes, and Bill and Connie. Don't skip by Bill and Connie. I love Bill and Connie. So they're the fourth one on the right there. The very whole food plant-based
Oh,
SOS
yes, yes.
nutrition.
You know what? I haven't checked out Bill's cookbook yet, but last night I listened to Connie's The Magic of You.
Yeah,
That was so sweet and
she's a
so
spiritual teacher.
loving. I'm a very, very spiritual person too. I've
Yeah.
been meditating, doing all that for a long time.
Uh-huh.
And her peaceful energy in that series of videos, and what drew me to it was the name, The Magic of You. That was
Yeah.
one of the first things I clicked on in the bundle because of what she called it. Here's my Healing with Foods 2024 that we were discussing.
Very good.
And I'm trying to find your contribution here too to show people.
Bill
There's
is
just,
also a very good cook, a
yeah,
creator. You know, he did that cookbook.
yeah.
Connie and Bill.
I
So,
will. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look at his cookbook. It's just I haven't had time yet.
and
I've
Chef
been
Julia, she's,
Chef
I,
Julie. I love her.
yeah.
Yes.
Whoop, you went too far.
Well, here's her 21-day
Oh,
challenge.
okay. I was looking at the next one. Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
I did look at her cookie cookbook.
Yeah.
That's amazing stuff there. Yeah.
She's got a pistachio raw cookie that I can make.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, this is so
Now
fun.
this here is called mindfulness in motion. Here's our other yoga classes that's
Oh,
in the bundle. This is LA Maggers,
uh-huh.
and this is intense
Really?
workout. I did it. I did the first 20-minute one, but I had to modify it. I mean, look at her body. She's
I
amazing.
know.
But
Wow.
I really like that we have calming yin yoga when you're in that mood, but we
Yeah.
also have mindfulness and motion that's like intense yoga for that mood. You know what I mean? Sometimes you
Yeah.
want to really, really work out. Sometimes you want to be mellow. Both of them are in here. I've looked at both of them. I've done a little bit of the videos, and both of them are really good.
And Elspeth in that sweet savory summer that was right next to her,
Yeah.
she makes a wonderful. I've made like 3 of her things. I made her pico de gallo, and she's got a zucchini noodle pad thai. Oh, it's so good, and the sauce is so good. I'm going to a potluck tonight, and I'm going to make that and take it to the potluck.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
Look,
check out her book.
there you are. There's
There I
Janet,
am,
Plant Powered Training. There's her contribution.
traveling,
Oh, I'm sorry, travel.
traveling. Yeah.
Training,
Yeah,
traveling.
you know, I hear so many people having difficulty with travel, and we make it harder than it is. And I think it's because of our conditioning. We're just so conditioned that when you go on a trip, you're supposed to, that what enjoyment is and what treats are what make us sick and make us gain weight.
Yes, absolutely.
And
It-
it's just in our heads, and we need to switch that out and crowd it out with good foods and then feel good on a trip. Not only going to the trip, but during the trip, when you get back from the trip, your clothes still fit, you feel good about yourself.
yes.
You know, you just go on with life. You don't have this big, huge, oh, now I've got to go on a diet and I can't fit into my clothes and feel terrible and ashamed of yourself. And, you know, I mean, it's not a good way to go. So I'm hoping that if
Yeah.
people want it, I can support them in making a switcheroo there.
Yeah, that's wonderful. This is Jennifer Diamond, Give Plants a Chance.
Yay, Jennifer.
Yeah, I was talking with Jennifer the other day. I interviewed her. I couldn't wait to interview her. When I saw she was in the bundle, I was super
Yeah.
excited. Such an incredible sweetheart. And I
And
mentioned you. She goes, "Oh, yeah, we're really good friends." And I'm like, "That's so nice."
she's such an amazing woman. And Gina too, in the Masterclass 5 video series,
Hmm.
It's Jennifer and Gina and Kathy and Lisa, four really powerful women, and I'm looking forward to looking at their coaching course.
Yeah,
Um,
masterclass series.
but I made Jennifer's oat balls. I made them raw. I think I was talking about that
Yeah,
before, and they're really good. All her stuff, she's so creative. I love
yeah.
making. Oh,
So
there's yeah.
Jennifer Diamond, this is her onion. She calls it tart onion sauce. It's got onions and garlic. So I made this, and I love it. And also her black bean mash. I made that, but I substituted the tomatoes for sweet potatoes. I put sweet potatoes in it. But this is amazing. This is delicious too. Yeah.
I was watching you and Jennifer this morning. I thought, what a great idea. 'Cause black beans and sweet potatoes go so well together. Oh,
Mhm.
just made
And
me drool just thinking about it.
here's what I was talking about, Connie DeCramer, The Magic of You. And I'm telling you, you just she's a
She's a
very beautiful spiritual soul.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She
It was nice.
changed my life. She
Oh,
just
good.
I just last year she did the miracle. You are the miracle.
Okay.
And that's how I got to meet her. And somebody actually shared one of her videos with me, and I immediately went and bought the bundle. She was worth the price of the bundle, and I've kept in touch with her ever since. They have a Saturday morning meeting,
Oh,
and
nice.
I go every Saturday, and I just love her. She she
And
doesn't
that's
call herself a spiritual teacher, but she is.
yes. And here's my new cookbook, Sensational Sublime Sea Vegetables.
Wonderful. Yeah, and Kiki's in there, and Broccoli Mom's in there,
Yep.
and I saw Brittany Giroudi's in there with Dr. Marbus. Just
I
there's
think
there's
I
a
don't. Oh, here's Lori Laundry, and I did her lentil soup with fresh grated turmeric because I adore fresh grated turmeric. So that her soup is delicious. I added burdock root to her lentil soup.
uh-huh.
Yeah, very flavorful and tasty.
And Dr. Carrie Henneman, I went on with her yesterday. She does family meals first. She's the third one there.
Right here. Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's a sweetie pie too.
Yeah, there's just so much in the
There is.
bundle.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think
this is great.
I don't even think I'm going to stop screen sharing. I don't think people even realize it. But yeah, click on the link. So the link is in the description of this video. It's also on my homepage of macrovel.com. And of course, Janet and I are on Facebook, Instagram, and everything else. That's where the link is. Janet, go ahead and share your Facebook or Instagram or then you have a YouTube channel. Tell everybody where that is. And also there's links in the description to all of Janet's, social media. But go ahead and tell people.
So can we write anything? Can we put anything in the chat?
Yeah, you can put things in the chat. Yeah.
How do I do that?
Well, you'd have to be on Facebook or YouTube and type it in.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm on, oh, private chat. Here we go. So I think I'm just on Restream, but I'll try this and see
Yeah,
for
you're
any.
on Restream. But like I said, anybody who watches this video, if you just read the description, there's links to Janet's Instagram, Janet's YouTube. I think I put your Facebook in there too.
So
That
the
is that
first
your
one is my
email?
Instagram,
Oh, that's your
and then
Instagram. Okay,
and
thank
then
you.
this is my YouTube at Plant Powered Peddler, and then at my Facebook is I started a pod. Nelson Campbell, Colin Campbell's son Nelson and Kim.
Okay.
They started this network of pods to help people make the shift to more plants. And
Okay.
Kim does a cooking show, and they do immersion programs, and they're just a wonderful couple. So he started this pod network. Now the PCRM handles it, and we're called Building Healthy Communities.
Okay.
And I started a pod, and I still call it Kitsap County Podsters because I live in Kitsap County, but people from all over the world are in my pod, so in my Facebook page. So anybody's welcome to come and join. And I just post my videos, and whenever there's fun, interesting plant-based news, I'll post it there. And That's my hubby, Steven.
Hello.
So yeah, I love connecting with people. I want to be supportive and help anybody who wants to have a community. Having a community, I don't know if you agree, having a community has made all the difference in the world to me. You know, I, I keep showing up. I started this Zoom, not this January, but a year ago, January, and I was just going to do a Zoom every Monday to kickstart the year. And I'm still doing them every Monday. And I just show up every Monday. And if I have a speaker, then the speaker talks. And if there's no speaker, I make something simple and then we just have a discussion. And I just love it. I look forward to it every week and it keeps me on point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Mm.
Yeah. I have yeah, so we were talking about traveling. Now, it's so inspiring you travel on your bicycle. I travel in my truck, but since I turned vegan, whole food and everything, I always bring all my food with me.
Uh-huh.
I don't necessarily go to the store because when I go to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, there I know where the health food stores are though up there, but sometimes they're a long drive. So I just bring everything with me, and I love to cook outside on a
Mm.
fire. So I do a lot of that when I go
Mhm.
up there. And throughout the years, I've brought different people with me.
Mhm.
Sometimes I would have some girlfriends come, and my girlfriends are not healthy eater, whatever, and my sister, but they always eat my food. I find the cabin in the woods. You know, it's in the woods. We're private. And
Mhm.
I build the fire and I bring all the food and I tell them, okay, you're coming up there for a long weekend or whatever, but no TV. Absolutely no TV whatsoever. And we're going to go all over the place and you have to eat my food. Well, everybody loves my food. They think it's delicious. And guess what? Many times I've taken friends or family up there, and after we've been up there for 5 days or 7 days, I lost weight. You lost weight in just a short amount of time eating my healthy food. How about that? And many of them feel better. I brought a dear friend of mine up there who would be testing her blood sugar all the time. And we went up there, and within the first day, she comes out of the bedroom of the cabin and she's like, "Oh my God, I thought there was something wrong." She
Mhm.
says, "My blood sugar has not been this low, like, and I can't even remember how long."
That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, we were
Mm.
up there for 5 days and she ate my food and she kept testing it because she didn't believe it.
Uh-huh.
And that was fantastic. Now, the sad part of the story is once she got home and back home and everything, she did not continue and follow through. But for the time that we were up there together, and it was a short amount of time, that's what people don't realize. Maybe if you have a health condition in a short amount of time, you may not be, completely reverse it or 100% or whatever, but you will see results
Right.
quickly.
Mhm.
Has that been your experience?
Oh, absolutely. And both things that I know with the traveling, my little group that when we all went vegan, they started going out to restaurants and then they'd get a beer and they'd have some French fries. I mean, they just started slipping away. Then it was a fish, um, the Friday night fish fillet, and it- it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. So I just eat in my room. I'm with the group all day long. It's kind of nice for me. Just go to my room. I have a hot bath. I fix my dinner. I got quiet. I can recover. Oh,
So
and
Anne says, how
my
much is
Monday group's
Janet's
free.
group and what time do they meet? Anne's asking about your group
I
on
know.
Monday.
I'm reading too. It's 4 o'clock on Mondays. 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's no money. It's just my mission in life to just help wherever I can. I just need an email. And you can go to my Instagram at Love to Cycle Ricky, which I wrote in the chat. I don't know if you can see it. And just send me your email and I'll add you to the
Yeah.
list. I invite anyone to join. It's so
So
difficult.
it's open to people who are interested in, eating vegan, whole foods.
Yeah. It's just that I need to get their email in order to send them the Zoom link.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
So all of Janet's contact information is in the description of this video also. If you're watching
Okay.
this later on YouTube or Facebook, and if you like the video, please hit the like button because that really helps with the algorithms. And also you could ask a question or comment even if you're watching the replay, because I will see it, Janet will see it. We'll be able to answer your questions. We'll be able to keep in contact with you. And like Janet had mentioned, create a community, stay in contact. All of the contributions that are in the bundle have everybody's individual contact information also. So if you look at somebody's contribution in the bundle, you can email them, you can go to their website, you can go to their Instagram, their YouTube channel. That's a great thing about the bundle too.
That's true. My email's in there. If
Yeah,
you've got it in, just send me a note.
but I think what do you think is like your? I know it's hard to choose, but your top thing that's in the bundle, or maybe top two things, or what do you think?
Oh, you mean what's my favorite thing that
Yeah.
oh gosh. Well, I haven't even opened the Korean barbecue yet from Chef Yin, but that really interests me. I don't know. Do you have a top one?
Oh, like I said, it's a hard.
It is. It's tough.
Uh the Ella's mindfulness and motion yoga
Mm-hmm.
might be one of them.
Hmm.
Uh,
I like going through a lot of them and picking out, like
yes.
I was going to show you, this
I
is what I've made so far.
Wow.
There's just so many interesting recipes. And
Yeah, I think you get the prize for making the most things because I've watched some of your interviews and I'm like, wow, she made this and this and this and this and like, yeah, you've been very busy.
I have to eat them. So,
Yeah,
I had to slow down. So I don't have, I mean, I've still got lots of leftovers, but yeah,
because it's
I
fun.
gotta be careful. Yeah.
Sid Nodder,
Oh,
she's
I
one of my
love it.
favorite ones too. The videos that she put together about
Yeah.
reading
Label.
the label,
Mhm.
that's so comprehensive and organized, and she presents it in a way that everybody and anybody can understand. And I can't tell you, as long as I've been in business, I'm constantly teaching people or telling people, read the labels, and I'm still surprised at how many people don't read the labels.
Mm.
They just see the key phrases on there that
Yeah.
Sid points out in her program, like, organic, or sometimes it puts whole foods on there and you read the label, you're like, this isn't whole foods. They're trying to grab you. And
Hmm.
so that program that Sid put together is really good. That's got to be one of my favorites too. Yeah.
I did a Zoom recording with her and then posted it up to my YouTube. So, and she did a label course and then I talked about my thing. And so you can find out a lot about the bundle just by watching our lives, because that's what we want to do, is we want to share with you as much as possible so that you know of if there's anything in there that you might be interested in. So we just want to help. We want to help America get healthy. We should be the healthiest nation, not the sickest.
Yes. Yeah. So again, the bundle is for sale from March
Mhm.
1st through March 10th.
Yeah.
It's
And
over $5,500 worth of merchandise for only $49. And the link to purchase the bundle is in the description. It's on the homepage of my website, macroval.com. And it's also on all of Janet's platforms, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You got to click on that link because after March 10th, you cannot get this collection of amazing items. It's never going to be available again in
we're
this.
halfway through. We're on day 5 already.
Yes.
Mm.
So we're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. Janet, any last minute thoughts or things you want to share?
I just hope that everybody can be inspired and hop on, give this a try. Give it like a 21, 30-day trial so that you can see how good you can feel, how much energy you get, how you might need some time adjusting to the tasting food, but the more you get salt and oil off your tongue and refined stuff, processed stuff, the more you begin to taste real food, and it's just the most amazing thing. And it doesn't even stop. It just gets better and better and better. I mean, it's just amazing. Foods that I didn't think I liked, now I try them and they're so tasty and delicious. So it's such an adventure. I hope that more and more of us can do it.
Yeah, healthy whole foods. I know people say change, but I say they reawaken your taste buds so that you can properly really taste food, and you'll be, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So have an incredible, wonderful time on your journey that you're Death Valley you're going to, right?
I've never been there. Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah. And so and go on Instagram, you're going to be posting videos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
bet.
going to be amazing.
I post
And
everything I eat and what I'm doing. Just so
okay.
if I can inspire one person, I want to do it. So, yeah,
And that's another thing too. Everybody in the bundle has the same heart passion of just sharing this information because we want you to feel as good as we do.
it's
Yeah.
just a miracle. And to be able to lose weight and maintain the weight loss, first ever, it took me 65 years to get it. I hope everybody doesn't have to wait 65 years. But I don't know, I guess I just had to fail so often that now that I've succeeded, I don't want to go back. And so I'm really careful. I really plan. I really stay motivated because so many that fall back off, even this program, just like any program, you've got to keep on doing it. And so if you stop, you start putting on the weight, you start not feeling good again, and there can be a little bit of a delay, and then you're caught in the trap again. You're caught in the pleasure trap, and you can't get out. And I just my heart goes out to that because I know I've been there, because I didn't even understand it. Now that I understand it, no way, man. I'm not going to let that happen. At least so far. For 5 years, so far so good. And you've been on this for 30 years. That's wow.
Yeah.
That's
It's my passion. I still love food. I'm still creating
more
new
than ever.
recipes. I still
Yeah.
create new recipes all the time.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like the possibilities are endless. Yeah.
Me too. I'm with you.
So thank you so much for Janet for being
Yeah.
here. This has been a wonderful conversation. I
Thanks for
appreciate
having
it.
me, Chef Val. It's been
Yep.
really fun.
Hmm. And everybody